Hi there, this is Self-Critical Automaton, and yep, it's me playing more Dark Souls. Are you tired of it yet? I'm not. I don't think I could ever get tired of this game. It's fantastic. So yeah, today we're going to go off and actually get some progress on the game done instead of running around doing silly things. We are going to go to the Undead Burg downstairs. The downstairs Undead Burg. Which has a proper name, which is the lower Undead Burg, you know. But that would be boring to call it that all the time, so, you know. Anyway, if you remember, we opened up the ouch. We opened up the ouch, yep. These guys aren't particularly difficult. Not now that we've got the old battle axe. So yeah, if you remember, we opened up this shortcut. I'm just going to edge carefully around this. There we go. Because you can, and often will, fall off of here and die if you're not careful. It's, yeah, one of those things. What's this say? Be wary of bleeding. Imminent beanpole. Imminent beanpole? Don't really understand what they mean by that. Normally when people say imminent beanpole, there's a tall thing nearby. But yeah. Shall I switch my weapons up? What haven't I used? I haven't used the S-duck. Let's give that a go. It's very stabby, and since it is a thrusting weapon, we can use it with our shield up. These are big horrible dogs. I hate them, I hate them, I hate them. In fact, I think everyone who plays this game hates them quite a lot. They inflict bleeding, which... You remember when I explained about poison? It's basically the same, except that instead of poison building up, and then when the poison meter fills, you get poisoned and take damage over time. When the bleed meter fills up, you basically take a massive crit, and usually die. So, yeah, it's a bit of a mess down here. Seems to be a bit more recently abandoned than the upper Undead Burg. I don't know necessarily what that means, but yeah. I'm not going to walk over there just yet because we will get ambushed, and I don't feel like being ambushed. Let's see, what's this say? Illusory wall? Yeah, okay, there are illusory walls in this game, but there's like 6 of them in the entire... Oh, fuck. In the entire game, and people like to leave trolly messages, as I've already mentioned. Oh, why did you turn around? Come on. So yeah, the S-duck is essentially a big, heavy rapier. As you can see, it's very long, but it still has the rapier-style thrusting moves. Unlike all of the other rapiers in the game, however, it has a sweep as well. Come on. You gonna... Okay, fine. You can stay over there. These hollows are actually surprisingly dangerous because they have fire attacks, and if you get hit with a fire attack, it's very likely to stagger you. So even though these are the little crappy weak hollow mans, you know, the weakest guys in the game, when they've got torches, they're actually something of a threat. Yeah. So that's not an illusory wall.
Somebody, anybody, help me. Unlock the door. Damn, I'm finished. How did this ever happen?
Well, should we be a good Samaritan? We probably should. Hi.
You opened the door for me. Thank you. I'm saved. I thought I might never escape. I am Griggs of Vinheim, a sorcerer of the school. I am much obliged for your assistance. Thanks to you, I may now resume my travels.
Not going to give me any rewards or anything?
Oh, hello. I'm fine. I will rest a while, then return to Firelink Shrine. I have my sorcery, and I will be more cautious next time. Besides, I have an important task at hand.
Okay, but, like, how did you get locked in this room anyway? Like...
Oh, hello. I have my
And, why is there a corpse in this barrel next to you? So this is actually a little bit of, a little bit more environmental storytelling, which is, we don't know this yet, but, old Griggsy here is, he's not just one of the Vinheim sorcerers, he is one of their sneaky stealth spy specialist sorcerers. Lying in ambush ahead, see, that's an actual useful message. Let's give that an upvote. Should get this out of the way. So yeah, and they're sort of sent out to do spy things, and they're also sent out to take care of practitioners of sorcery who are up to no good. So let's get some distance. Yeah, these guys are hollows of the sort who... Ah, fuck! They do a lot of damage. There's 3 of them. Next time I come down this way, the doors they burst through remain open, so these guys were probably bandits preying on the, you know, the last survivors down here in, down in the Undead Burg until they went hollow, and now they're just hollows. They are pretty tough when there's a few of them, though. Since the doors remain open, it's safe to assume that these guys are properly hollow. They're not smart enough anymore to think to shut the doors. Thrusting weapon is incredibly useful against them because their attacks have, as you can see, they're holding, well, you can't see them right now because that... Oh, shit. Ah, there we go. Yeah, they, when they hold their daggers like that, they're prepping to, parry you, so you've got to be careful. But yeah, they're using, bandit daggers, which have a bleed effect, and, can do a lot of damage very quickly, but has the downside of not having much force, so you can't really... Yeah, blocking attacks is really easy, and, yeah, so... This is a thing that puzzled me a lot on my first playthrough. It looks like you should be able to go through there, right? You can't smash this boards, and you can see that there's sort of something over there. Now if you run back up here, let's, what's this say? Be wary of tough enemy, also useful. You can see a little staircase over there that's behind that. As far as I know, it's impossible to get over there. Like, that serves no purpose other than the intent of giving this place a more real feeling. Like, there should be other passageways leading off this main street. That's what this is, but it's blocked off because it serves no gameplay purpose. You can't get over there. Its only purpose is to give this place a stronger feeling of verisimilitude, which is a word I like and tend to use a lot when I'm talking about all sorts of things. Now, some of these guys have loot in their rooms, but I can never remember which ones. Ah, there's one. I think this guy's the mail breaker. Yes. Where is it? There it is. Can be thrust using the weight of one's body, very effective for critical attacks. Yeah, it's pretty good for... If you're good at parrying, it's very effective. A couple of thrusts. And the thrusting swords, incidentally, don't usually have a jumping attack, they have a backstep attack instead. We are going to get attacked by some more of these guys. Some more dogs first, I think. Let's see if we can lure them out. Bow is very, very useful for aggroing enemies that are, you know, in groups, because you can grab one guy. Youch. And it's a bit hard to get the range on this thing, because it's so short. This is the shortest thrusting sword. I think it might even be classed as a dagger. Anyway, yeah, so if there's groups of enemies who will overwhelm you if they all attack at once, It's pretty easy to tag them with an arrow and get them to come at you one by one. So we're nearly at the next boss. There's just a couple more ambushes to deal with, and then one more dog on the other side. There's 3 ambushes. If I get him to stop, can I hit him with the... Well, apparently not. I'm mostly just trying to thin out the herd a little bit before I fight the others hand to hand. Let's see. I'm not going to try and parry these guys because I'm terrible at parrying. Although I should parry more often, I know. Fuck. So yeah, as you can see they filled up my my bleed gauge, it overflowed, and boom, I'm dead. I think I'm going to switch back to the S-stock for dealing with these guys. It's what you might call surprisingly effective. So I was saying some stuff about Griggs. What was I saying about Griggs? Oh, whoops. Failed a backstab once again. Yeah, Griggs is... Yeah, there are indications that he is a... I forget what they were called. The, sneaky bastards of the Vinheim Dragon School. But he gets up to no good, and the person in that barrel, judging from the clothes we got off them, is... In fact, I should probably put those clothes on. So yeah, the person in the barrel is wearing the robes of a Vinheim School sorcerer, but an ordinary Vinheim School sorcerer, not one of the stealthy spy specialists. So it's a bit of a mystery who that person was. However, it's pretty clear that old Griggsy is a bit more malevolent than he seems, and he's come to the lower Undeadburg to deal with a suspicious practitioner. Let's keep an eye on my equipment burden. Half of 56 is 25, 26, 27, 28. So I can wear 28 pounds of equipment with the medium and have a medium roll. What's half of 28? It's 10. It's 14. So if I de-equip that nice helmet and I put the sorcerer clothes on, oh, it's all a bit too heavy. That's not good. What I really need to do is upgrade my endurance more so that I can start wearing 14.7, that's too high. 14.7, still too high. 13.3, that will do. 28, yeah, half of 28 is definitely 14, so wearing this gets me 20 points of armour. This would be 12, and this would be 12. Can I wear both of these at the same time? Yes, I can. That's a better option because that gives me a total of 24. And it makes me look like a cool swashbuckler. That's actually really neat. I haven't tried that before. Anyway, yeah, so... Griggs. More suspicious than he seems. Not actually a nice guy. Ha! Dog went in the fire. I hate these things. I hate them so much. They're like the rats, but worse because they're dogs. And, I don't care if that doesn't make sense. I don't have to make sense. My job is to be entertaining, and entertaining is not necessarily sensical. Mind you, I might not be that entertaining either. It's all a bit subjective. So now that these guys' doors are already open, we can try and tag them one by one, and have a bit of an easier time killing them. Ouch. Okay, well I guess I went a bit too far and got all 3 of them, that's no good. Yeah, the one at the back's throwing knives, because he is a sneaky fucker. I think This is a good look for Catherine, though. Very, very Conan. Let's see. There's one down. Come on. I don't want to attack him when he's like that, because he'll parry me, and then I'll be dead again. And I still haven't got my swords back. Oh boy. Wow. Okay. Jesus. You know, they're very tough when they're ganging up 3-on-1. Ain't so tough 1-on-1. Or if they fall down. Oh, there's land there. I thought that was a hole. Oh well. Can't have everything. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Whoops. I'm not sure how I backstepped twice then. It was entirely accidental. Anyway, let's go grab my souls. But yeah, no, this is a good look. This is very, very Conan. I should turn myself human again, just so I can admire myself in all my glory. Let's take a look-see. If we can get the dog without having to... Aha! Got him. Come on, doggy. There's an evil dog. Oh, come on, how's that a miss? The other thing about these guys is that their danger zone is that their hitboxes are quite small, so they're hard to hit with precision weapons. But this thing's... the S-stock is so useful against these thieves that I don't really want to switch to anything else. Even if it would do more damage. Oh, come on. Sometimes the walls are a little bit more sticky-outy than they look, as you can see. Ah, got him. This should finish him off. Whoa, I guess not. However, that should. And he's down. I'm still calling these guys he. I know it's a problem, but it's such a habit. It's really hard to get out of. Ha-ha! Backstab! How does that feel, huh? Huh? Not so big now, are ya? Huh? Yeah, it's always satisfying to get backstabs on backstabby dickheads. Well, they don't actually... They will backstab you if they get behind you, but the trick is to not let them get behind you. It's more dangerous that they can parry. Because, of course, computer-controlled characters don't have to worry about the timing on parries. They have automatic parry states, which I've pointed out every time someone's had one. The balders pointing their swords directly at you, and the... I keep thinking that message button is an item drop, but it's not. And these guys with their... what are they called? Is it a Taj? I think it's a Taj. There's the last one. Yeah, Taj shield. I think it's called a target shield in this, actually, which might be referring to a Taj, or it might not. The point is, it's a parrying shield. Anyway, here we have their outfit, which is great. It's a really cool outfit, and I'm going to see if I can fit it in. But first, I'm just going to run over here and be like, look at this. This is a big fog door. I wonder what's on the other side. So, I'm not actually going to try and go through it right now, because that would be foolish. So, let's see. Black leather gloves are slightly heavier. That's not that good. Black leather boots, much heavier. Black leather armour, a bit heavier as well. So what I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to run all the way back and open another shortcut. Instead of trying to fight that boss, because that is the Capra Demon, aka the game's first really genuinely fucking difficult boss. Capra Demon is a huge pain. So I'm going to let this episode run over time just a little bit and run back down to open the shortcut to the Firelink Shrine. See, they're pretty easy when they're one-on-one, that's why they gang up on you. Now, can I be clever and... Nope, guess not. Come on, come on, come on. Prod, prod, prod. That's another one down. If we were a bit luckier than we are, then... I'm always using that royal way. What's up with that? Incidentally, this is where we'll need to go after we beat the Capra Demon. This is the door to the sewer system. Isn't that lovely? And then we'll have to slog through one of the most frustrating parts of the game, the deeps, which leads to the sewers, which leads to Blight Town, which leads to a literal lake of shit. I mean, like, it's gross, but so's life, I guess. He's gonna die if I kick him off here. Oh, okay, well I guess if I backstab... Oh right, of course, yeah, with this weapon I don't have a kick. So, yeah. Oh look, it's another caged person. That's what, 5 so far? She's a bit quiet. That's not an audio issue on my end, that's just her dialogue in the game is like 30% of the volume of pretty much every other character. It's, you know, there's no reason why. I think it's just a misset setting or something. So the thing about going hollow is it's not actually when you die too many times, at least in my personal way that I think about this. What I think is that it's more about giving up. I'm not actually going to buy anything from her right now, although I might on the way back up. So I don't know if you recognise this place, but we are back in the aqueduct. It's bit of a long run, but after we open this, it's plain sailing all the way back down to the Firelink Shrine. This is the way up into the Undead Burg, which I'm sure you recall from before. So, the thing about going hollow is that I personally believe it's not that you go hollow when you die too many times. You go hollow when you give up. When you just can't take it anymore, it's too hard, it's too stressful. You've died so many times, you just can't stand it anymore. And so you give up, and you go hollow, and you lose your mind, because it's easier that way. That means that... So, like, most of the people here have eventually given up, and suffered that. And, I think... that the reason some characters who are undead never go hollow is because they find something else. Their great mission, they don't care about that anymore, because they found something that's more important to them. Andre does his smithing. That lady in the sewer, well, it's not the sewer, the aqueduct, she's found a place of tranquility, calm and safety, so she sits there and grows her moss. It might not be much of a life, but it's a life that has meaning to her, and that's what's important.
Oh, hello. I regret meeting you under such compromising circumstances. At least we both made it back unscathed. Incidentally, would you care to learn any sorceries? You're clearly talented, and besides, I owe you. Of course, we will require some materials, but I'm happy to teach you some elementary spells. Are you interested?
Well, obviously I'm interested.
Splendid. Very well.
I am pleased to have a... Well then.
So, yeah, for all that he's supposedly grateful for getting him out of that box he was locked in, he still charges you for all these things, you know? It's, it's a bit rich of him, really. Yeah, so to use the more powerful soul arrows you have to have 14 intelligence. I'm not actually intending to level up my intelligence much more because soon we will have access to pyromancy. Unlike both of the other spellcasting methods, pyromancy is not tied to a stat, which means that it's always worth getting pyromancy on a character who is focusing on something other than miracles or sorceries. So I'm not going to buy any of these from him.
Goodbye then. Do stay safe.
It's worth having the cheap sorceries for a bit of firepower up until you get the thing that I was just talking about. But pyromancy, yes, up until you get pyromancy. But before then, sorry, I mean once we've gotten pyromancy, it's better to switch over to that and put our stats into much more sensible places, like stabbing, or hitting, or being good at getting hit or stabbed. Anyway, that's enough from me for now, so it's been a pleasure, friends. I'll catch you soon. Bye!